I wouldn't even put him on the field. I would have kept
We got Cris
Brees
Jones
off.
sneaking up
We
behind
got the
us here
big
somewhere.
dog.
He really is the voice in so many ways of that locker room, of that defense, and that team. It's always fun to catch up with Cris Jones. What's happening, man? How are you, Cris? Great to see you, man.
All right, welcome back. Congratulations.
You doing all right? What's up, big homie? Good to have you, man.
Good spot right there.
It's a pleasure to be here, man.
So this game was
first of all, hold on, Jack.
Yeah,
he
go ahead.
owes me some money
What's
because
that?
I was the main guy on the front lines talking about get this guy in camp, pay this
You
guy
did. You
because he is
did.
the
You
best
said it.
on the planet. I'm telling
I
you.
appreciate the kind words, man.
No doubt, it's just the truth.
We'll talk numbers after the season.
Hey, there were some moments where this game got pretty interesting. How would you describe this Sunday night performance by the Jets and then ultimately the Chiefs closing it out?
We talked about it all week. That defense is stifling, very stifling defense. The offense, talented, very a lot of superstars on the offense. I know the main quarterback went down, but Zach Wilson, week in and week out, he's continued to improve. You know, they're this close, and that was the biggest thing this week is they're this close to getting over that hump of excelling. So we knew it was going to be a tough game going in. We tried to eliminate the big plays. They had like 2 or 3 big runs on her. Run on us.
Yeah.
They caught a couple big passes in the corner over there. We got to fit some things, but it was a nice, tough game.
Your defense overall is playing better every week, especially since you've gotten back. But what is the difference between last year's defense and this year's defense, do you think?
Just the mentality. We got a lot of young guys that's hungry to get their name, to prove themselves. When you have so many young guys that's eager to get their name out there, they're playing relentless, play in and play out. And that's what this defense is. It's a relentless defense, a stifling defense, and we're very gritty.
All the attention that was on this team and Travis Kelce this week, how do you guys stay focused despite all the craziness that was going on?
Believe it or not, the team really don't focus on all the outside mess that's going on, especially the defense. That's an offense thing, you know what I mean? And Trav, we really don't try to force his business out of him. We understand what's going on, and we appreciate it for what it is, but we don't try to indulge in conversations about him and Taylor.
Was Zach better tonight than what you anticipated he would be watching him on tape? And you could be honest.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if I'm being completely honest, we knew it was going to be a battle. He's continued to get better week in and week out, and he's continued to lead week in and week out.
But watching that tape, man, you got to look at this dude and say, oh, he is garbage. Like, we should really tear him apart. But tonight he came on and played extremely well against you guys.
Yeah, he played really well. Zach, people tend to forget he's a first-round quarterback.
Second pick overall, yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
And that kid is special. You know, I'm not the one to bash a kid because they have a couple bad games. I think it's important to give a guy respect. Look at those throws he's making right there. The kid is special. You know, you give him a little time, he can dot you up.
And they're double teaming you, too. Was that the game?
I
said the same thing.
I get offended if they don't double team me.
He's kind of athletic, too, isn't he, talking about Wilson?
Oh, he's fast, man. He's fast. He's very shifty. He escaped on 2 big
He showed
runs
some
tonight,
toughness right there on the
down.
goal line.
Yeah, he's been playing relentless, man.
Yeah.
And if that team continue to play like that, they're going to get far. It's still early in the season. It's never how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I mean? Just because they start 0-3, they still got a long season ahead of them. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
We had you guys opening night. Rodney had mentioned, I just don't see the fire. I don't see something's
yeah.
missing. That something was you. Now, tell me what it was like watching that first game, watching your team go down, and you're not on the field.
For starters, I finally got to sit in the suite that I was paying for. The food was amazing, I got to tell you that. But, you know, it was tough.
Had to be tough on
Anytime we lose, no matter what's going on in the contract situation, I'm still part of the team.
Because you knew you could have made a difference.
Absolutely. Right? Anytime I feel like I can make a difference when I'm on the field. And for me, I took that personally, like, dang, we gave up one. We dropped a few big passes, but I still feel like defense, with eye on the field, we could have done better.
I got to ask you about Isaiah Pacheco and just how physical he was running and how big of a boost he was to this team.
He's one of the hardest runners I done seen. The dude ran so hard to the sideline. Oh, my God. Every play. It's not like every now and then. Every play he's running full throttle. And he's a young guy that has
and
some
that was
legs
a
under
smart
him.
play, too, going down at the end of the game.
Yeah, he's a very intelligent runner also. He can run through you, and he also can outrun you.
Yeah, he was very impressive, Coach.
Very.
I thought Coach asked a great question. I'm curious, when did you make up your time when you're watching this team play? You're watching the way that the season started. When did you make up your mind? How did you make up your mind? It's time for me to get back out there with my guys.
You know, after the game, me and Brett Beach had a one-on-one, and we talked about it. We was able to come to terms with something new, with me making up the fines, and I felt fair about it. The Hunt family made a concession to me. Super appreciative of them for even, wanting to extend me or do a deal with me after missing time, missing a game also. So I'm very appreciative of that and thankful that we was able to come to terms.
So sometimes those contract situations can get acrimonious. You sound like you're in good terms with this organization and your teammates and everybody.
Absolutely. I was never in bad terms with the organization.
Just the money.
Yeah, it was just a business move, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful that we was able to work it out. And, I always preach that I plan to play for no other team. My feelings about that haven't changed. It's not going to change. I plan to be here in the long haul. I plan to spend the rest of my career here, and I hope they feel the same about it.
Cris, what does it say about this team that you don't necessarily play your best football, but you're still able to go on the road and win a game like this in the AFC?
It just goes to show the character of this team. We faced a lot of adversity early on. Pat throwing 2 interceptions. I think we didn't even give up nothing but 3 points down there. And we're going to have to get through that early, build that character early, because later on in the season, when we playing like Jacksonville in the playoff or someone like Buffalo, we're going to need that type of stifling defense. We're going to need that type of offense. We're going to need this type of adversity to build us along the way of where we're trying to go.
You look at the defense. I was wondering, when you look, excuse me, Jack, when you look at the defense, what are some of the areas that you guys need to improve on?
I think we got beat over the top twice tonight. It was the linebacker on the tight end. Tough throw. You guys showed up earlier. Like I said, Zach Wilson is special, man. You just got to give the guy time. You know what I mean?
Wait. Did you say Zach Wilson is special?
Yeah.
I think he had a special night, but I don't think he's special. He's got to prove that over. You're special because you proved it over a course of time. He's not special. I'm just saying, Cris.
Hey, listen.
I'm just saying.
I'm a Zach Wilson fan. I'm not saying I'm not. I like the kid. I think with time, he can show you his ability. But when you're blitzing him and you're getting in his face, it's hard for any quarterback to succeed. You look at the Chicago Bears early in the game. He had time. He was able to show what he can do with the ball. And when you're getting in his face, you don't block for him, then, you know what I mean? It gets tough.
Man, isn't he a nice guy? I mean, he's taking up for the opposing quarterback. He sacks him, then he takes up for him. You're an amazing kid.
Yeah. Hey, I got to ask you, because you mentioned some of the adversity. You also mentioned the marathon the NFL season could be, and that is the reality. But the big moves this offseason were on the offensive line. You're going up against this offensive line every day. 2 new tackles protecting Patrick Mahomes. How do these guys develop? How do these guys really find a rhythm and start playing championship football up front?
I can tell you now, training camp, Andy Reid does long drive drills, which reveal a lot of character along offense and defense. And the continuity is built over training camp. Spending time, Pat investing in those guys staying after practice, getting their blocks right. It's a lot of commitment amongst this team, a lot of it, man. And you're able to see it late in games, the continuity, how we're able to get open. Trav does his own thing. Last week, Pat was like, he wasn't supposed to run that route. That goes to chemistry of this team, you know what I mean?
You mentioned Coach Reid. Went into 4th place all time. Tell us about playing for him and what kind of relationship you guys have.
He's special, man. He's special. He's been consistent over his entirety of his career. I'm very thankful the Eagles let him go, and I was able to be coached by him, man. I'm thankful for that.
What has he meant to you personally?
He's meant everything. Me and his son still close. Me and his son, that's my trainer during the off season. He gives me tips. He come out and work me out. So I'm like the last family member that's on the thing. I actually took a picture with the family and sent it to Coach Reid of a picture of his family, and I'm like, Coach, I was left off the picture and actually sent it to him.
I got to ask you one more question. What does it make you feel like when you see all this sea of red cheering for y'all on the road?
Okay.
Look at this, man. This is pretty special right here, Cris.
It's very special. You know what would be even more special?
What?
Actually, this week I gotta call the Chiefs out. I went to the store to buy my jersey. My jersey wasn't in there. I felt a little offended.
It was sold out. That's why.
No, they don't have my jersey in there. You got to order it offline. So if you can, please put my jersey in the store. Thank you.
I'm getting me a Chris Jones jersey.
Better go online,
Yeah, it's
Rod.
one in every
That's
eight.
the cheap one, Chris, right there.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's one in every 8. Put my jersey in the store, Chiefs.
Hey, always one of our absolute favorites to hang out with. We appreciate you coming out. I know you guys got a plane to catch, man.
Congratulations,
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, I appreciate
Go to
hanging
some
out with you.